Hi everyone, so this is Book English the American Way, Unit 3, Taking a Drive. The last time I uploaded Unit 2, Getting Around, so check my library, you can see it. And now we can start Unit 3, Taking a Drive. So everybody loves the DMV, so we're gonna listen to this wonderful voice and let's get started.
Everybody loves the DMV. Are you fed up with hanging around waiting for buses and trains? They go everywhere, but waiting at that bus stop gets pretty chilly in winter. Cabs are really convenient, but they sure can be expensive. What's the perfect solution? Drive. I know. You may not have a car. The good news is that it's cheaper to get a license than to get a car. Huh? And although you can't borrow a driver's license, you can rent a car. But watch out for those crazy drivers. You'll need to make sure you know the rules of the road. Each state has all the information and rules about getting a license on its DMV website. The bad news? There is usually a test.
Okay, DMV is where you renew your driver's license when you have to take the test, the knowledge test, the driving test, etc., etc. If you have any problems with your license, you have to go there. Okay, depending on where you live, the line can be crowded, the line can be big, etc., etc. So everybody loves the DMV. No, it's not true. So fed up is to be tired. To with hanging around is like to wait. Waiting for buses and trains. Chile is cold. Cabs, the taxis, really convenient, but they sure can be expensive. Well, there are alternatives. I personally take Uber because well, you have other alternatives, but I don't like driving in the city because I have to focus on my daughter. I have to focus on other things, and I don't like when people drive like crazy maniacs. So I don't want to be responsible for their distractions. So what else we have? You can't borrow a driver's license. You have to have your own, logically. I think that's pretty much it about the vocabulary. So, but let me just make sure. Get a license. To borrow is to imagine. Many people are confused with this verb. You ask your dad or your mom, "Hey, mom, can I borrow your car?" So you don't own it because your mom owns it, but you can take it for a short period of time. Okay, so it's to borrow something from someone. Watch out, look out, be careful of those crazy drivers. You'll need to make sure you know the rules of the road. Each state has all the information and rules about getting a license on its CMV. It's very easy to get a license in America, but you still have a lot of crazy drivers, so you have to be careful. Now, dialogue number 1, track 8. Let me just go there, up, and we listen the conversation between a DMV worker and Laya.
Hi, I'd like to get a New Jersey driver's license.
Do you want to renew a New Jersey license or apply for a new one?
I don't have a New Jersey license, but I have my license from my country.
You can't use that here. Do you have an application?
No, I don't.
You'll need to fill out an application. Do you have the required picture ID?
Yes, I do. And I have my passport. Do I need anything else?
You can check this list of required documents. If you have all the paperwork, you just need to take a vision test and the written test. When that person is finished, you can go to booth number 9 and have your picture taken.
Yikes! Can I skip the picture? I'm having a bad hair day.
Sorry, our state requires a photo license.
She has a bad sense of humor. I don't think, I mean, she's trying to make him laugh, but I don't think, DMV workers can be very, when you do the same repetitive job every day and you see people trying to be annoying or trying to take advantage of you, may not be in a super good mood every day. But, So she's not from New Jersey and apparently she's not from the United States. So you can renew, like you had a license before and it expired. So you have to renew it to get a new card. Otherwise, you cannot drive. And she has a license from her country, whatever it is, and wherever it is. And so you cannot drive with this stuff in America. You have to really go to the DMV and explain your situation. And you're from Canada, you're from Mexico, whatever, or from France, and you can be like, well, what should I fill out? What kind of forms should I fill out? So yes, of course. Do you have the required picture ID? Meaning, like at the DMV, they take your picture, and in a very specific way. You cannot wear a lot of accessories on your face, and so you have, if you have to drive with glasses, you wear them. So it's very, very important. It's imperative. It's mandatory. Anyway, rules for getting your license can be different in each state. Before you go, make sure you check what documents you need, otherwise you'll wait for nothing. It can be very frustrating to wait in line online. You can sit to wait in line to wait online. Then found out you don't have the right documents. You can find out on the DMV website when you check the office hours. This is not a place anyone likes to visit. More than once. You'll see. It's a good idea to take a newspaper with you. You can practice reading English. The long lines at the DMV are famous, and not in a good way. Don't go on a bad hair day. Well, you'll be stuck with that license photo for a long time. Okay. What I recommend you to do is to go to a town, a smaller place where the DMV is smaller. You may not have to wait as long as, let's say, in a big city like New York or Los Angeles or Miami or Boston or whatever, Dallas, San Fran. So just be strategic, okay? Sorry, it's getting chilly here. So vocabularies to apply, to fill out documents asking to get something. You apply for something, you want a license, you want to renew something, you lost it, so you need to make a new one. Bad hair days is when you don't look good. Your hair is weird, you cannot brush it. So times you just don't look your best. Bad news, unpleasant situation, booth. The Americans, they like to say that, there is good news and bad news. So good news is you can do that, and the bad news is you cannot go there, or you cannot bring that. Booth, a small place, a small space with a table and sometimes a computer. If you go to a farmer's market, you may find some booth as well. Okay, if you go to like a Christmas market, you can find booths. It's like a tent, but it's open on the side. Okay, it's protected, or you can also add a protection around, but it's called a booth. Chilly, cold, a little bit cold, a little bit cold, or a tiny bit cold, or a bit cold. Convenient, easy. DMV stands for Division of Motor Vehicles. Some states may have a slightly different name, but most use DMV, Motor Vehicles, in the name. Fed up, also had enough, tired of something. You know what? I've noticed that some Americans, I'm not saying everyone, but some Americans didn't know this expression. I started using it when I was in England. I'm fed up. And when I came to Oregon, actually, some people didn't understand this expression. It's like, you guys are weird. So it's to be tired. Okay, I'm fed up or frustrated as well. I had enough. That would be really common as well to say, I had enough. Frustrating, annoying, making you angry and upset or upset. GPS, we all know what a GPS stands for. So can help you to find your way, to find the direction of a place, to drive from one state, one city, or to another one. Short for Global Positioning System, the signal from a satellite that shows exactly where you are. Hanging around just waiting, paperwork, forms, and documents that must be filled out. Picture ID, an identification document that shows your photograph. Renew, bring your old license up to date. Required, necessary, mandatory, obligatory if you want. To skip, to omit, to leave out. Okay, imagine you take classes with me and you're like, hey, on Thursday I cannot make it. Can we skip the lesson? So can we cancel it, or can we skip it, cancel it, or reschedule it? Okay, so you cannot go. Omit, to leave out. Or you can skip is like when you have a form to fill out and there are some information you don't know how to answer, you can skip and go back to the whoever is responsible and be like, I don't really understand what I'm supposed to answer here. Okay, so you can skip the questions. Or you go to YouTube, you have a lot of ads at the beginning of your video and you can skip ad. Okay, stuck with, required to keep. To be stuck is you can be stuck in the traffic, like you cannot move, you cannot drive forward, you cannot move forward. You're stuck in traffic for for a long time. You're stuck in a elevator. It's not going up, it's not going down. It's stuck. Um, I don't know. You can be. It's like when you cannot move, you cannot walk, you cannot drive, you cannot move. And here, for this context, it will be like you're not gonna be able to change a picture, so you're gonna be stuck with this picture for many years. A vision test, a simple eye test to be sure you can see that truck behind you. Vision test is also for old people, just to make sure you don't have to wear glasses, and also for old people because many of them cannot drive anymore. I mean, they cannot see very well, and well, they can be a danger. So yeah, this have to be required. A written test, it's also called a knowledge test. A test taken in the DMV office to test driving knowledge, usually taken on a computer. You can take it in different languages, and you can take it in English, you can take it in Chinese, you can take it in some states you cannot take it in French. And yeah, I tend to get a bit stressed with exams and tests, so and yeah, but after a while it gets better. Fun fact, most big city taxi cabs have a GPS screen in the back. Uh, it's more like next to the steering wheel, but you can watch the crazy turns as you travel to your destination. Grammar reminder, the present simple tense short answers. To give a short answer to present simple questions, you don't repeat the verb. Simply say, yes, I do, or no, I don't. We usually use the contraction in short answers. In the third person, use does and doesn't. Do you have the required picture ID? Yes, I do. Or you can say, yes, I do have the required picture ID. Do you have an application? No, I don't. Does he have a picture ID? Yes, he does. Does she have the paperwork? No, she doesn't. Remember, the answer will be different with that wacky verb to be. Wacky is annoying or weird. Are you a good driver? Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Is he a good driver? No, he isn't yet. He is. Be careful of the H. Let's go for a ride. Ah, that's gonna be annoying. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can. No. Well, you know what? We're gonna play it.
Let's go for a ride. So, you'd like to take the family for a drive in the country. A train might take you there, but it's so much easier to see the sights by driving around in a car. Maybe it's time to rent a car. It's always a good idea to check many car rental companies to find the best price. You can search on the internet or call the company's 800 number. What kind of car do you want? You'll need to decide on the type: economy, midsize, or luxury. You can choose the car that fits your needs. Be prepared to pay more for larger cars. You'll also need to buy insurance, just in case a bear in the country decides that your compact car is lunch.
And it's a bit extreme, but and you don't have bears everywhere in America. Okay, to drive in the country, it's outside the city. Okay, you have a lot of landscapes, a lot of, I don't know, farms, some vineyards, whatever. More space. To see the sights, the views. 800 number is like when, well, it's not always the case, but so you have different choices: economy, mid-size, luxury. Okay, you can choose the car that fits your needs, your budget. La 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 la. Okay, insurance is required because you never know what can happen to you. And I know it's a pain because you have to pay more, but it's really really recommended. A compact car, compact, we know what it is. Dial number 2, track 9. Up we go.
Hello. I'd like to rent a car for the weekend.
Do you have a driver's license with you?
Yes, I do.
If you want an economy car, we have a nice compact outside.
Is it a four-door?
No, it isn't. It's a two-door, but it has a hatchback. And it has a sunroof.
Do you have anything bigger and faster?
Well, we have a mid-size convertible, but the compact is more economical.
How about a big van? I have a large family.
Sure, we have a van. It's very roomy. It's the biggest and most expensive of the three.
Well, I'd like the convertible for myself, but I guess I'll take the van. Maybe next time.
Okay, a van is, well, it's not a bus. A van is like the Volkswagen. That's German pronunciation. It's not necessarily the English pronunciation. Pronunciation in English would be a Volkswagen, but in German would be Volkswagen. Volkswagen. V is like a F. So uh, a van is where you can fit a lot of people. You have different styles. The more common is a Volkswagen, or you have also SUV. You have RVs. RV is like a camping car. It's like a trailer, mobilhome. Or depending on where you are, you have different expressions. RV is where you have it's a big van in a sense, with a kitchen, a shower, a bedroom, and some kind of a living room, and you can have TVs inside if you want. Anyways, but a van is just a small place. I mean, it's like a mini bus if you want, and you can fit a lot of people inside, and you can also manage the inside to get whatever you have, a table, chairs, or just seats, or just a bed. Anyway, so when you rent a car, you'll be asked to buy insurance. This is a good idea. If anything happens to the car while you have it, the insurance will pay for any damage. If you use a credit card to rent the car, it's required. They want you to use a credit card. You may already have insurance coverage. It's a good idea to check with your credit card company first. You can save a few bucks. Yeah, because it's expensive. So bucks, dollars. So when I say $50, it's $50. Compact, the smallest size car. When the guy was like, it's a two-door. Let me see here. It's a two-door. Like you just have two doors, you don't have four doors. And there's a hatchback, okay, and sunroof, so gives the impression it's bigger, but it's not. Convertible, a car with a special soft roof that folds completely down. When it's sunny, it's convenient. Driving with the top down can be great in the summer, not so much fun in the rain. I would say, you have to be careful with these cars because you can get your car, you can get mugged. People can steal your car easily. I live in places where you cannot be naive on this level, so you have to be really, really practical, and you have to be aware of your surrounding. So the country. When we say a country is, like the United States, Canada, etc. But in the country, far from the city, an area of trees and farms and vineyards, if you want. Damage, harm, or injury to a person or to a car. That can be a noun or it can be a verb. To damage something. But if you don't say to damage someone, but you can say to hurt someone, to harm someone, to injure someone. It's not to injure someone, to injure. Um, Economy having to do with saving money. That's what I'm doing right now. I don't have any choice. Hatchback, a door at the back that lifts up and out for loading. It's like the trunk, sorry. The trunk, you load some stuff from the back. Luxury, very special with extra conveniences. Well, luxury can be like extra options on your car. Um, a computer, or I don't know, I'm not into cars, so I don't really care about that. Or maybe like some kind of a extra TVs in the back. If you take the example of a Berlin by Mercedes, it's you have a lot of luxurious options. So mid-size, medium-size car, usually with 4 doors. Rent, pay money to use something for a limited. A rent is when you pay your rent for renting your house or a bike or a car. Here they're talking about rental cars. So we rent a car for a short period of time and for an X amount of money. Okay. See the sights, visit attractions in a new place, the views, the things around. Sunroof, a window in the roof of the car that can be opened. Be careful in the rain. Then a very large vehicle that can carry up to 12 passengers. I didn't know it was up to 12. It seems a bit a lot, but anyway. Grammar reminder 2, comparatives. To compare two short adjectives, use a comparative form. Just add the letters ER to the short adjective. What does that mean? It's not always the case, depending on the size of the adjective. But mid-sized car is faster. It's a short adjective, fast, faster, more fast. The luxury car is bigger, bigger. Note, sometimes the consonant is double, like in this case. To compare longer adjectives, use more. The smaller car is more economical than the van, or less economical. So the comparative is, normally we should say more than, but, more expensive than. So if the adjective is longer, we're going to use more than. As, less than. So the car is more expensive than mine. Or this car is more expensive. The blue car is more expensive than the red car. The blue car is as expensive as the blue car, the yellow car, whatever. The red car is less expensive than the yellow car. Okay, so if we have a longer adjective, we use more than, as, less than. But if it's a short adjective, we're gonna just say faster than. The red car is faster than the blue car. If we want to say, it's as fast as, so we keep the same, and less fast than. The red car is less fast than the blue car, etc. Okay. Do not use both more and er. It doesn't work like that. We don't say more faster. We don't say that. Superlatives, to compare 3 or more things with short adjectives, use the superlative form. Use the and the letters est. A mid-sized car is the fastest. I'm the fastest woman in the world, okay? Or I'm the slowest woman in the world. And again, we are using short adjectives. If I want you use intelligent, I'm the most intelligent. It's the most expensive car. This is the most beautiful, okay? So we use the most. And if we want to have the opposite, the least beautiful, the least intelligent, okay? The least expensive. So that's like the absolutism, the least, the most, etc. For longer adjectives. But the shorter adjectives, we just add est, the plus est. To compare 3 or more things with longer adjectives, use the most. The luxury car is the most comfortable one of all. The most comfortable one of all. So, okay. I have to see how many pages I have because the chapters are pretty big. So 2, 3, 4, and we have a summary. So that's good. It's almost done. I don't like to make big videos because you guys don't like that. So do not choose both most and est. Okay, we understand. Oops, sorry, officer. Let's listen.
Sorry, officer. What are those flashing lights behind you? Oh no. Were you careful to watch the speed limit signs along the road? Those flashing lights don't mean a party this time. They mean the police officer would like to have a little chat with you. Maybe you shouldn't have rented that fancy car after all. The flashing lights on a police car usually mean the police officer
Okay. Flashing lights can be an ambulance, it can be a police car, it can be a lot of stuff. Or the fire truck, firefighter truck. Anyway, were you careful to watch the speed limit signs along the road? Those flashing lights don't mean a party this time, they mean the police officer would like to have a little chat with you. You need to know how to behave with a police officer, really, and you're not gonna say a cop to him, okay? You have to be diplomatic. That's a word to use here, diplomatic. So maybe you shouldn't have rented that fancy car after all. The flashing lights on the police car usually mean the police officer has noticed a moving violation. Something is wrong. Either you drove too fast. Something, he noticed that your car is not driving well, or you don't drive well, or there's something broken. Who knows? So if a cop pulls you over, puts you on the side to stop you, move to the shoulder of the road right away as safely as you can. Stay in your car. Be careful of the way you you show your paper, your ID, etc. And if he asks you to get out, just do it, okay? And don't be, don't give an excuse to the guy to create problems. Be careful of traffic on the highway. It's important to be respectful to the officer, even if you're not sure why he or she is stopping you. What did I do? Don't say that. Dialogue number 3, track 10. We have the state trooper, it's like a police officer, and Alan. Let's go.
Good morning, sir. I pulled you over because the speed limit is 50 miles per hour. You were driving much faster than that. You were doing 70.
I'm sorry, officer. I didn't notice the sign, but I thought I was driving slower than that.
I need to see your license and registration.
I don't have my license with me. I think I left it at home.
You need to have license and registration with you in the car at all times, sir. I'm going to issue you a ticket for speeding and another one for not having the proper documents. You can call the clerk's office to find out the amount of the fines.
Should I just pay you now?
Sir, police officers aren't allowed to take money. You have to call the clerk's office. You can go there to pay in person or you can mail it in.
This is my first speeding ticket.
Have a nice day, sir.
Yeah, he's not really nice. I mean, he's a bit ignorant of the situation. So the speed limit, I pulled you over, is like I stopped you in a sense. He was going over 50 miles an hour, he was going 70. You can see that. I mean, when you drive, you're supposed to take a look at the signs. I didn't see the sign. So the license and registration is, we'll talk about that. So let's just finish this. He left his license. He's pretty lucky. Many police officers will just be like, no, you have to take a cab and you're not gonna drive the car. So you has to be careful. So you need a license and registration with you in the car at all times. I'm going to give you a ticket for speeding and another one for not having the proper documents. You can call the clerk's office. A clerk is a guy who's gonna work. It's like any kind of position in administration. You can be a clerk at the bank. You can be a clerk in the library. You can be a clerk. As long as you file papers, you work with different forms and everything, you can be called a clerk. And you can also work on the counter. So the clerk's office to find out the amount of the fines. The police officer, cannot accept money. So it's like it's very, how can I say? It's very dangerous, because it's like a bribe. Thank you, the car. Okay. And police officers aren't allowed to take money. Okay, so you have to pay in person or to mail it in, your check or whatever you have to send. My first speeding ticket, she doesn't care. You're not gonna talk about your private life. She doesn't care. You made a mistake. You need to deal with that. Okay. Have a nice day, sir. Know what documents you need to keep in your car in the glove compartments. Keep them there. That's it. Or in your wallet, whatever. If a police officer pulls you over, don't get out of the car. Stay in. Wait for the police officer to come to your window. Be polite. Those police officers have had a tough day. You never know what they had to do, in the morning or during the week. It is a tough job. So they may not be like the happiest people in the world, but there are some very nice and cool police officers in the world and some bad ones. So good cops, bad cops. It's the same everywhere. They are like good teachers and bad teachers, good politicians and bad politicians. Oh no, I made a mistake. They are just bad politicians. Allowed, permitted. Chat, a casual conversation. Cop, police officer, we all know that. Fine is the amount of money you must pay for certain violations. A fine is the fee you pay. Flashing, shiny, brightly on and off very quickly, the flashing lights on top of the police car. In person, yourself, going yourself to do something directly. Issue, to give out, to give something. I'm going to have to issue a speed ticket. Moving violation of motor vehicle law that's broken while driving, such as speeding. Speeding, or something is broken on your car, or you don't drive well, or it can be a lot of stuff. Notice to see. Officers, a respectful title for a policeman or policewoman. Pull over, move the car to the side of the road, and you stop it. Registration, a document showing the owner of a car, also the insurance. Shoulder space on the side of the road, usually marked by a line, a white line, where a car can park if there is a problem. Speeding, going faster than the speed limit, this is a no-no. It's like a big no-no. State trooper, member of the state police force. Ticket, a document showing a road law you've broken. It requires payment of a fine. Tough, difficult. Traffic, a lot of cars in the same place on the road. And now we can deal with your geometric expressions concerning the cars. Get a lot of mileage out of something. Be able to use something for a long time. Even after 5 years, the sweater looked great. She was happy to get a lot of mileage out of it. Like, you could use it for a very long time. And it's the same for a car. You don't want to buy a car just to use it for a year. You want to use it for, let's say, 5-10 years, whatever. I'm like that. I'm old school. The same with computers. I don't like just to have a computer for 2 years or 3 years. I want to keep it as long as I can. Road hog. A driver takes a space in more than one lane on a road. It doesn't know how to drive. It's like a novice driver, not in the literal way, but it's just people, they cannot drive correctly. They are not respectful. They don't stay in one lane. They have to take up 2 lanes. She knew she would be late when she got stuck driving behind a road hog on the way to work. There are many people parking like that as well. They take up 2 parking slots, and it's annoying. Get the show on the road, get started with something. He spent the whole day packing for his trip, and now he just wanted to get the show on the road, to get moving, to get cracking. Traffic jam, many cars stuck on the road without being able to move. He didn't care about being stuck in the traffic jam. He was happy to listen to his new CD. Lemon, a car or other item that continues to have problems even after it's been repaired many times. He was nervous about buying a used car from a stranger. With my luck, he said, I'll get a lemon. So now you have different exercises. We may not do that. Okay, I'm just showing you the pages so you can just capture the screen. And this one, that's the answer keys. Another exercise, you can pause it and capture, etc., etc. So dining in style will be unit 4 for the next time. You all have a nice day, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to visit my website take a look at my website. You don't easily trust the charges because it's for only the American market. And so if you have any questions concerning my courses, I offer Italian, Spanish, English, French, German. I may not always be available, so I may have some colleagues to help me, but they all follow my strategies, meaning like they have to be very sensitive, they have to be very open-minded. It's nice to be an academic teacher because it works for some people, but not for everyone. So anyway, you all have a nice day. If you have any questions, contact me here and let me know if you want to take some courses with me. And don't forget to subscribe. Take care. Bye bye.